All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, live today with my good friend Kedric Mallory. Hey, Kedric, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. Awesome. How are you?
I'm well. I appreciate your time and participating in our, newly formed top producer series. And so, just to give everybody a little bit of context, a little backstory on the series, and then Kedric, the series is there's a lot of top producing agents and teams out there that aren't, and it's not just about transactions and how many units they sell and how much volume. It's about their their participation in the community. It's
Hmm.
about how they help their clients, and it's more importantly, nobody go. We can go fast alone, but far with others. And having a
Absolutely.
team, yeah,
Absolutely.
having a team is crucial. And I know you've got pretty much your team is family down there, and where you guys are. So I wanted to, without further ado, and just so you guys know, I met Kedric. And we did a transaction together where he helped the buyer and I helped the seller, and our personalities clicked. We worked well together. We're
Yes.
both very straight to the point and
Yes.
get it
Yes.
results done kind of guys. And we just like, hey, let's get together. And we've been hanging out, and been friends ever since, and the friendship's grown. So
Absolutely, man. It was awesome. It was awesome. And you know that whenever you interact like that, that means something. It's a good building moment, and we've been building from there. So I
that's
appreciate the
right.
opportunity. I appreciate the friendship, and just looking forward to what's to come, man.
That's right, man. Well, without any further ado, so I want to introduce Kedric. He owns iBuyiSell Realty. It's his brokerage, and I think you've got how many agents right now?
We have 31 agents, 17 investor partners.
Okay, and so I'm going to talk
Mhm.
to him a little bit. Tell us a little about Kedric. Tell us about your company. Tell us, how you got into it and what it looks like today.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for the invite, man. As you mentioned, my name is Kedric Mallory, broker, owner of I Sell Realty. And I personally been in real estate since 2003. Started out just as a realtor with Coldwell Banker. And as I got into it, as I was 21, I got exposed to the investing side. My broker at the time, actually, she owned, I think, about 30 properties herself, and was kind of giving me the end game in the beginning when I started, and it's telling me, hey, that, it's great to be a superior realtor, owner of a company, but the ultimate end game is ownership, owning properties. And this is how basically she was telling me how she was going to work her way out of um, day-to-day activity, so that inspired me early on. I took a few courses, went to a bunch of seminars, and got into investing myself. Okay, which opened a whole new realm for me. And it was scary in the beginning because, as a realtor, you get very comfortable with working and helping with others accomplish their goal of ownership, selling a home, buying a home, or investing themselves.
Yeah.
But doing it yourself, it takes a big leap. But I'll say around 2005 or so, I got into my first investment property,
Mhm.
which was my first property that I own. I ended up fixing and flipping that property and selling it. And that opened my eyes to just a whole nother world. So
Yeah.
I knew ultimately that I wanted to become a broker. I had some very good brokers, mentors, and I still do to this day. And they gave me the opportunity to start a team. From that team, we grew into I Buy, I Sell Realty. So I ran a team for 4 years right out of Smyrna, and we still currently have that office kind of like as our corporate office. But ultimately, once I became a broker, I launched iBuyiSell Realty. And the whole idea behind iBuyiSell Realty is that we wanted to be able to provide options for ourselves as realtors and all of our agents, as well as be very knowledgeable when we are interacting with clients, and help them provide options to build wealth. Okay.
Mhm.
As I mentioned, I started a little bit before the market crash. So going through a market crash, um, it really opened my eyes to having multiple sources of revenue, and
Mhm.
developing multiple skill sets. Okay, because at that time, my normal way of doing business slowed down a little bit.
Right.
People
Yeah.
wasn't
All of it
buying,
did.
or yes, all of it did. So, just being able to have multiple ways to generate revenue, being able to provide multiple options to our clients was an asset to me. So I developed a company, started a company called I Buy Sell Realty. As I said, shared with you a little bit before, we have roughly about 31 agents. We hire agents, brokers, investors, and entrepreneurs in our brokerage. So we're kind of innovative. All right. And I wanted to design a company that just wasn't so focused on the company growing and just agents closing deals. I wanted to be able to educate them on multiple ways that they can build wealth themselves. Okay. So all of our agents they're trained on how to buy properties, hold properties, fix and flip properties. Of course, they're trained. We have a mandatory 6-week program on how to be a superior realtor in this industry and provide an excellent level of quality service for our clients. They're also trained on how to provide multiple options when you meet a client, because sometimes our initial goal of helping them sell a home or buy a home may not fit that mold. They may be in a distress situation. They may need to sell fast, or they may be in a situation where they're in a great shape and they need to invest to create more opportunity for their family. So just a little bit about our company. Like I said, I like to say it's an innovative brand because we are not just a one-dimensional agent. You know, everyone owns a business. As far as our agents, we help them create their LLCs. We help them learn multiple different ways to generate revenue in this real estate industry, because it's an amazing industry, as you know it. You've been in it for a while. I've been in it since 2003. This is going on my 19th year. And it's been an absolute blessing to be a part of such an amazing industry, man. You know, of course, we have our ups and downs, but you know, one thing about real estate is once you tap into it and you learn to maintain your expenses and have a good positive outlook, positive attitude, you know, the opportunities are there to help people, and that's what it's all about.
Well, you said a lot of real cool things in there. One of them that I know you and I talked about this is building wealth for the future. Not only the future, but to be able to get off what they call the transaction treadmill at some point, right?
Absolutely.
It's when the beginning, it's kind of like we've got this, we're grinding, building. And then we get to the point where you and I are, we've got expenses handled, we've got business coming in, it's flowing, we're creating opportunities for other people. But still, there's really no exit strategy for realtors, right? And so most realtors don't take advantage of being around all those houses and scoop up a bunch of rental properties.
That's true.
They just sell them.
True.
And you should be, when you go to a listing appointment, you're like, am I buying this house first?
Yes.
If not, am I going to sell it? So talk to us a little bit more about you know, what you do with your team and your agents, because I know that you've got you guys are pretty deep into training and talking about, you know, owning investment properties. Tell us about that.
Yes, we are. So initially, in bringing on or onboarding an agent, let's just say if they don't have any interest yet of investments, of course, we have the basic mandatory 6-week training on how to be a superior agent. But within that, we talk about investments. I'll tell you one part of my career, I met a builder who I actually sold his house, and he really educated me on the value of creating an LLC. Okay. From that, he showed me the other side of actually owning the property opposed to just being the listing agent. He showed me the value of, once he sold it, what that looked like, you know, and how he was able to roll that into a new property. So what we like to do is first educate them on a strategy to get into investing. So we first talk about the basics of maybe learning how to just identify an investment property. Okay. The value of creating a budget, the value of once they become, I guess, say a lucrative agent, how to utilize that income to build more ways to create revenue. So being able to look at the market, look at certain areas, and determine if that's a good opportunity to buy, especially when you meet a client who wants to sell. Especially in this market right now, some clients are looking to sell very fast. So once they are able to obtain enough revenue where they can utilize that to maybe get an investment loan or so, just approaching that seller with an offer, you know, and maybe buying it, looking at the potential rental market or rental rate in that area. I actually just left out of an appointment with a new agent and investor. and we just sit down and analyze their personal finances, their goals for their family. Do they have any opportunity, or do they have the education, or just a wherewithal to be able to handle an investment
Mhm.
property? So it starts with just educating them, and them educating themselves, basically. Okay. Because we have a few, I'll say, senior agents or investors within our company, we like to partner them with each other so they can truly see that it's possible. Okay.
Mhm.
We just had one of our agents. I'm very proud of her. She is, I'll say, maybe her third year with us, but she just bought her second investment property. She renovated her investment property, and her ultimate goal was to hold on to it and, rent it out and maybe pull out some of the equity. But someone just made her an offer last week that she couldn't refuse, and they was able to close really fast, and she was able to walk away with over $100,000 in profit.
Wow.
So yes, that was really, and that's really kind of the what we want them to ultimately build up to. So now she can take that property, buy another property to hold on to for rental purposes, and she's not super stressed to um, close so many deals, because she was able to make a good profit from that just one deal. So she actually
Yeah.
found the property herself. She bought it with her LLC. She renovated it with just expenses from using private equity and family, and she put it back on the market, listed it herself as the agent,
Wow.
sold
Okay.
it herself, and now it's kind of like a home run situation. So ideally, we kind of lead by example, and we take them on a slow process of learning how to go about doing these type of strategies, and then ultimately, hopefully, they get it, and most of them do. If they're
Mhm.
passionate about it. Hopefully, I explained that well.
That you did. So there's a lot of realtors out there, and probably, I don't know, I don't know how many realtors are watching this, or regular folks that just are thinking about investing. You have a like a seminar, or a lunch and learn, or is it I think you have something every week or every other week. What was that you had?
Yes. It's a meetup. So
Meetup. That's right.
it's a meetup. We call it a meetup. We have a meetup every Tuesday evening. So for agents or who maybe work or very busy during the day, we have a meetup every Tuesday from 7 to 8:30 here at our Midtown office. And we also have a meetup on Wednesdays from 11 to 12:30, if you have the time to carve out during your week, if you want to do it in the daytimes. And pretty much what we do during that time is just coach and teach them the different strategies of investment. We build together. We coach them on how to create their company, how
Hmm.
to identify their own team. I share a lot of the relationships that I have and that my partners have cultivated over the years, from different contractors, different
Hmm.
handyman, lenders, just a good relationship of individuals that can help you throughout the process. And we share all that information. And we don't charge for this. This is just us wanting to give back to help our company. That's how it started, helping all of our agents,
Hmm.
providing multiple days to fit within their schedule. And now we've opened it up for the general public who wants to come down, and we're just looking to build and grow together. That's ultimately what we about. You mentioned family. That's kind of how we run our company.
Yeah.
It's all about family environment, truly caring for each other and wanting to see each other grow. Ultimately, overall, because as you know, relationships is everything. So the more that we help others get what they want, ultimately, we'll get what we want.
That's right. There's somebody famous said that a long
That
time
is somebody
ago.
famous quote. That is a famous quote.
So you can take anybody, and anybody's welcome to these, I'm assuming, right? It doesn't have to be a
Absolutely.
realtor. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You don't have to be a realtor. You do not have to be a part of our company. My background is in, of course, real estate, finance, coaching, leadership development. I love training. I love sharing information. I love just being able to learn a new skill and share that new skill and see you being able to adopt that and help your situation. And typically, that's the best way to build relationships, by helping others. So, we're all a part of that.
I think that's one of the reasons we clicked immediately, is once we found out who each other was, and we love to give back and help people, and with pretty much expecting nothing in return. And that's the big thing. If I can see my team and my people and the folks we work with benefit from our expertise, That's what it's all about, right? Just
That's
helping
what
folks.
that's what it's all about, man. It's truly it's a feeling inside like no other,
That's right.
because I can tell you, and I don't know if you experienced this, but when I first got into real estate, a lot of individuals were they were really tight with information. I don't know if it just appeared that we were ambitious, but some people just didn't want to share a lot of information. And I said to myself, I'm never going to be that individual.
Right.
I believe in sharing. I believe in helping, and it just does something to me inside to want to help others. And of course we all are busy, so we carve out the time to do that. But that's truly ultimately my passion. That's just helping others, coaching, just seeing everyone succeed. Especially because this is a great industry, as you know. We're
Yeah.
here talking on a Monday, smiling, helping each other, and it's a good thing, man.
I mean, when we met, we both run different companies, different businesses, different brokerages, and we both offered each other anything we have. And some
Yes,
people would say, "Well, man, he's your competition." I don't look at it like that. There's so much
not
business
at
out
all.
there. I
It,
mean,
it listen.
it's just incredible how
it,
much
it,
business
it
is out
really
there.
it really is. Listen, it's way more business than you and I can handle.
That's right.
So and from helping each other, we do business together, and I'm sure we're going to do more business.
That's
So
right.
that's just what it's all about. If you think of it that in the mindset of the just the opportunities that come from that, it's just giving good energy, good vibes out there, man. So that's what we're
Collaboration
all
over
about.
competition every time.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly is collaboration over competition. Absolutely.
So you have a pretty good, your finger on the pulse of the market, and we all know what's going on right now. It's an incredible seller's market, and sellers are getting multiple offers, and it's tough for buyers. And I know you don't have a crystal ball, but what do you see in your mind the next year, 2, 3? What does that look like for the real estate world overall, and but particularly in the Atlanta area?
Yeah. So of course, we none of us have a crystal ball. But what we can say is from being in this industry for quite some time that there's changes going to come. Right. We've never seen the market that we're in right now, but we've seen different types of adjustments. So I do feel like there's going to be some form of correction in the market. So the main focus and the main goal of wanting to help all of our team and any individual that is interested is just to be prepared. Okay. To be prepared financially, to be prepared from an educational standpoint, so that we can still excel in any type of market, right? In the event it does change, which it will, it's inevitable that it's going to change.
Mhm.
I can't say when, of course, but one thing I can say is that my team, my company, the people that's within our circle, we will be prepared. We're prepared to excel in this seller's market. We're prepared to excel in the buyer's market. We're prepared to invest when the time is absolutely perfect. But I do feel that there's a lot of indicators that are showing that the Atlanta market is still going to thrive for quite some time. With the
Mhm.
number of jobs and opportunities coming to the city, with the attractions coming to the city, I personally feel that although we are preparing for any type of correction, I don't see that coming within the next 2 years. Okay.
Mhm.
I think that we're still going to thrive in Atlanta from the things that I look at as far as the indicators. Okay. But if it does, we will be prepared. That's ideally, essentially, the IBIS system is what we called it. We're prepared to try to dominate in any market. Okay, no matter what that market's showing us.
Well, you said it like in 2006, everybody lost their shorts when 07, 08 when it tanked. And, we all thought that was going to happen when the coronavirus hit in 2020, and all it did was put gas on the fire.
That
And
absolutely.
I have been uh, a good steward of the money. We are savers. We are not preppers, but we're savers, investing. And if you take advantage of the market right now and all the people you can help, and you do the right thing, and you help enough people, and you remain nimble when the market
Yes.
does switch, and it will switch
Yes.
on a dime when it
Yes.
happens. And
Yes.
it's gonna be like, oh, what happened? And you got to take care of your clients. You got to take care of your database. You got to take care of your people. And
Absolutely.
but I think it's all going to work out. I'm with you. I don't see anything happening in the next 24 months, but who knows?
Who knows? Absolutely. The thing is to stay lean, like you said, stay nimble and stay lean.
That's right.
You know.
So what do you
yes,
see
man.
for iBuyiSell in the next 3 years? What's the plan? Are you guys growing? Are you expanding? Are you staying local? What does that look like?
Absolutely. You know, I believe in growth and development. So our goal is to get to a certain number as far as agents here in Atlanta. And then we are looking to expand in other markets. I spend a lot of time in South Florida. I have a brother down in South Florida who's in construction. So I'm thinking that's going to be, well, I know that's probably going to be our next market that we're looking to grow in. We've been, down there just kind of analyzing, building relationships for quite some time. But that's our plan. That's our plan, is to expand. I feel like we got a good system here, that we're prepared to handle any market. In every market, someone is looking to buy, sell, rent, or invest. Every market, agents need to, I feel personally, develop more skills, have more skill sets in their arsenal. So just the idea of being able to be more than just one dimensional is going to be a good model that will benefit every market. So that is absolutely our goal. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. And we've talked about this several times, having multiple income streams, especially if you're a realtor, is key to surviving when the market does change, because it will change quickly.
Yes, it is.
And it does not discriminate against who you are or who you're with.
Absolutely.
Pound everybody.
Absolutely, right. Absolutely. I had I'll make this short, but I had on my first real estate office, one of our support team members who looked over our contracts and made sure that our I's were dotted and T's were crossed. She seen that I was doing very well at a young age, but she pulled me to the side. She says, "Hey, listen, I've been around real estate for a while. I need you to focus on having more than one thing going on." And that stuck with me. I remember that, back in, the early 2000s. So that's kind of what we encourage, and that's what we push.
There you go. Well, if anybody, I've got two questions for you. Number one, the last one's going to be a fun one. If anybody out there wants to talk to you about iBuyiSell Realty, whether it's an agent looking for an opportunity or someone that'd like to come to one of your investment meetups, how can they contact you?
They can contact me directly. Our office number is 678-653-8873. They can look me up on social media on Facebook, just Kedric Mallory, or iBuyiSell Realty. Instagram, iBuyiSell Realty. My personal page on Instagram is iBuyiSell Homes. Okay. They can go directly to our website. We just finished updated our website, and it's iBuyiSellRealty.com. And you're able to get directly to myself or any one of our support team members. We have an office manager. We have a couple assistants. We have a few consultants that helps and support us with marketing. We have content directors and, like I said, a number of agents that, we're one band, one sound here. So we're all about helping. So they'll be able to direct you to the right place. Okay. And we're here right in Midtown, 715 Peachtree Street, Suite 100 and 200 in the Spaces building. You're familiar with that.
Yep.
We're always here in and out, the office, and looking to help and grow. So they can reach me there.
All right. That sounds good. I like that. One band, one sound.
One band, one sound. Yes, sir.
It's like when everybody's rowing in the same direction, it's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
So a fun question. So favorite restaurant in Atlanta, and if you could go anywhere for the next 3 days and turn your phone off and be totally unplugged, where would that be?
Oh man, listen, that's a tough one, because as you know, I like to eat, as you can tell. But I would say my favorite restaurant that we go to often, myself and my wife, is Papado's Seafood Kitchen. Okay. Yeah. We are there, at least once or twice a month, maybe more sometimes. But that's probably my favorite restaurant, favorite go-to place. We know a lot of the staffs at multiple locations, and we enjoy the food is consistent, and the energy and the environment is great. If I can go somewhere, and it's hard as a as a broker owner and realtor to shut off my phone, man. But if I could go somewhere and shut my phone off for a couple days, um, that I've never been before, or that's just my goal?
I mean, anywhere. Just 3 days. Phone shut off 3 days.
3 days. 3 days. Let's say I have. I really like Jamaica.
Okay.
I really like Jamaica. If I can go there and shut my phone off for 3 days because it's not too far of a flight, I would probably go to Jamaica. If I had a little bit more time, I would like to visit Africa, maybe
Okay.
Ghana.
Yeah.
And me and my wife took me to South Africa for one of my birthdays, and we had an amazing time. But the flight was so far, so we need a little bit more than 3 days. But I would say we really enjoyed Jamaica. It's a happy place. People are very, very good. The service has been great. The places that we've stayed, and if I could shut my phone off, I would say I would probably go back there.
Okay,
Yes.
well, I got news for you. You can go see Africa right now in downtown Atlanta, at the Luminarium, over to about another 2 weeks.
Absolutely. I just took my wife and daughter on a date there on Thursday.
Okay.
We've actually we've
went. Yeah, we
gone
went a week
and
ago too.
you went. Yeah, did you
Yeah,
enjoy it?
it was great. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
it really was, man. I was amazed. I was
Yeah.
really amazed. I was really amazed. And it is almost exactly to the T. We visited a few safaris when we were in South Africa, and
Mhm.
that really put us back in the mindset of it. So you're absolutely right. That is a good experience. Great experience.
Well, Kedric, man, listen, to say it's great to have you on our show here is an understatement. You are a true servant in this business, that not only to your people, but not your clients, but the people that trust you to show them and guide them and show the way. I've seen some glimpses of it in the time we spent together, and I'm looking forward to keep building with you, sir. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I
Absolutely.
appreciate your time today. Thanks so much for being a part of this.
Listen, thank you for having me, Mike. And as always, you're great. You're great, great. Everybody knows that. That's around you. Everyone that I've interacted that knows you says all great things, and I've experienced it myself. So thanks for having me, and we're looking forward to more opportunities like this. So let's continue to build and grow, man.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron. Let's do it.
That's right, my friend. All right, everybody. This will be on my Facebook page if you want to get Kedric's contact information again, or call me and I'll give it to you. And that way you can go see what he's got going on down on his side of town. All right, man. Have a great rest of the day, my friend. I'll see you later. Okay.
All right. You as well. Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.